Hey, what's up, Josh? How you doing? Okay, so test my mic there. Clan boss team. Uh, sorry, I got very distracted there. I'm off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so that's why I got content out today. Um, which was nice, and yeah, been a good day for me. The Capitals won. That's why I'm a little late. I'm always going to be late on nights when the Capitals play, but if they play West Coast teams, I just won't. I'll just skip it probably, unless I really feel like I can miss a stream. But oh, let me make sure I got my Twitch chat up. Yeah, there we go. So, pretty chill day for me. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna try and see if I could buy one more of these. Oh hey, perfect timing. Although that might take longer with the difficulty that I'm doing Sand Devil on. Your ninja account hasn't been touched. That person who won it is doing it wrong. Yeah, I thought about asking for it back because I think it has like a good, like I could use it in some content, especially with all the drama around Hydra right now. But I don't know. I kind of want to get away from the drama. Like so I woke up this morning and I spent probably like 30 to 40 minutes typing out a comment to somebody that has a disagreement with me about my opinions on Hydra, which is valid. The problem is I can't find the right tone in my text to relay the message that I want to relay to them without being like an asshole. And so, but I took forever typing up this comment and I posted it and then I deleted it like 15 minutes later. I was like, it's not worth it. It's, this guy is not going to change his mind. I don't think there's anything I can say or do that will change his mind. So I'm just going to forget it and move on because, you know, there are some people who have their mind made up and this is the worst thing that Raid has ever done. And it's like, I get it. I hear you. You're frustrated and it's probably going to hurt you. But I don't think it's going to hurt you nearly as bad as you think it is. And so I'm going to run this. So my account Takeover is not responding to me in Discord. All right, make sure that's programmed. Cool. So I'm going to run this. And we need to do Hydra. I don't know that I want to start a Hydra run if this person's going to show up. But, Tuesday night, 9:30 Eastern Time. Yep. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? I'll give them a little bit of time to respond. If they don't, we're just going to move on to Hydra. Actually, I'm just gonna do hard Hydra. Because I just don't think they're gonna respond, so we'll just do Hydra. Sure, this seems fine. Okay, there's no provoke. Hey, what's going on, Titanic? How you doing? Okay, rebuilt my clan boss only to do less damage. I used HH Optimizer, but it gave all my champs super low speed. It may be how you're prioritizing stuff on the optimizer. Unfortunately, if you're not super specific, sometimes it will take your priorities to mean that you don't care about a certain something else. I've run into that before. That's why you see me. I tend to use optimizer to confirm suspicions, personally. Like, you'll see me use the optimizer when I have a build, I like my build, but I want to make sure, is this the fastest that I can possibly get my X champion? Or is this the most crit damage I can possibly get on X champion, you know? Come on. I think I'm probably going to need to make a change here. I don't know why the fear is becoming more obnoxious than it has been in the past. But I don't know that this can keep up when we go into the new Hydra. Because every turn lost? Fuck you, dude. Every turn lost is such a, like, crushing to, is so crushing to my overall damage now, right? Normally I wouldn't care that much about getting the fear, but in the new Hydra, that's a lot of turns that I'm not getting, and I'm just gonna have to actually bring an Inquisitor, which kind of sucks. I really liked not having to use him, because he kind of takes up a spot and doesn't really, like, bring much to the table. That's probably it. I optimize survivability on some and damage on others. You can tell it what minimum speed you need. Yeah, if you're looking for a certain speed, you can tell it that, but then that's the thing. The optimizer will think, like, okay, if you say, I want... Well, you can set the minimum, and then it can go higher. But if you don't make, like, speed a priority at all, it's just going to be like, okay, cool, we'll make you a super tanky character. And it sucks when that happens. Not the optimizer. Optimizer's great, but it sucks when that happens, because now you have to adjust. Alright, we got to get this fear guy out of here, man. I'm gonna pop him now while I can, because I got shields up. Never mind, he'll pop himself. I also only use the free version of Optimizer. I don't think that matters. I think you can get away with a lot on the free version. I know there are certain things behind the paywall, but as far as gearing your champions, I believe that's free. That kind of brings it into the debate of is my free-to-play account still free if I pay for the Optimizer? Nobody's ever asked that question before. Because I pay for it on the main account, but I use the free-to-play sometimes. You can, but you only get to so many tokens a week to use it when free. Oh, they must have changed how it works as free. I used to just rebuild my champions nonstop on the free one. Actually gonna try to hit here. I really want to get this head down if I can. Kind of a waste of attacks right now, but... you know what? Nah, it's not good. I use that a lot. Works good. There is... He is mobile. It is free on PC Unlimited. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, though, because it is a lot of work to make it for mobile, I'm sure. I mean, it's a lot of work to make it in general. Just got my Lydia after struggling on Shadowkin. Hey, yeah, you were talking about that last night. Congratulations on getting your Lydia. That's probably my next goal. I was going to make a video today on it, but I got tied up with some other stuff, clan related. Hit here. What's up, Posse? How you doing? Yeah, they got block. I need to keep this. I need to keep the weaken out. How are you doing, Posse? I feel like I haven't seen you in a little while. doing some Minnow Androck. Oh, is Androck a new edition, an old edition? So I'm going to try to pop this while I still have shield out. Now I have to wait till CBC to pull her. Pulled him on last 2x primal. Congrats. I'm hoping we get a 2x primal here pretty soon, to be honest. I feel like it's every 6 months, but I don't remember the last time I did it. I'm not excited for it on the free-to-play because I only have 1 primal, but I'm excited for it on the main account. I feel like I should be due and or close to Mercy. He's good for Hydra only. Yeah, like I said, I've never really looked at him too closely. I unfortunately I tend not to look too closely at the mythicals until I have them. The one thing I'll say about mythicals though is that they are quick to buff them if they're too weak, which I like that. I don't want to hit here. This is the best damage. Prioritize my damage decisions here. I mean, I almost always have a shield up, so I'm fine popping him a lot. That's fine. Oh, although I need to get his shield up. Oh, never mind. Boom. Yeah. I'm gonna say that might hurt a little bit, but we're fine. That fear was not ideal. Did anybody else pull souls today? Did anybody get any good souls? Thought you said no stream tonight. No, I said I was going to do an account takeover tonight. Oh, wait, I got a message. No, I didn't. Somebody added me as a friend. It's so annoying. Like, I have no issues, but, like, if you're going to add me... I mean, normally I say no to friend requests, but I have, like, things I'm trying to do on the back end. And I'm always worried that, like, I'm denying a friend request from somebody important, but you don't need to be my friend to message me, so I don't know why. If you just message me if there's something that you want or need. But I don't usually accept the friend requests out of the blue. Didn't matter. A lot of thought into that A1 that didn't go anywhere. One turn block debuffs? No, I won't risk that. We'll go here. You got nothing? I got middling results, but the fact that I got the reward is what mattered to me. That was important enough for me to be excited about. Speaking of, this Hydra should not take that long, and we will pull shards at the end of it. I did say that in the video today. We'll pull shards at the end of this video. Here he is. Oh. What? What? I don't know what that means. Oh, Teddy's back there. Barking. Who's he? Our Kevin. Ah, me. Okay, got it. But yeah, I finally sent an email to try and do a collab with somebody, but I don't have my hopes up. I do not. No. I already talked about it. I sent an email to Ash. So I was in Drock's chat, and I just was talking to him about collabs and stuff, and he was like, hey, if you want to do a collab, he's like, my suggestion is that you go in there with an idea. You know, don't just go in and be like, hey, oh, thank you, Posy, for subscribing over on Twitch. You got to shoot him. You didn't get shoot him, Kevin. I will make that up for you. Here you go. Let me get you a proper shoot him, Kevin.
Shoot him, Kevin!
There you go. So, I'm willing to do a collab with anybody. I don't have an idea except for Ash. That's the thing. Like, Drock made really good advice and was like, if you have an idea, contact them and do it. I have an idea because he's done that. So he has said in a recent video, he did $1 million account, right? He looked at $1 million account, and he said in a video recently that he was trying to make a free-to-play, like, one. We looked at the $1 million, now let's look at the free-to-play and compare, right? And so that's what he was trying to do. And he was going to do it with Boozer, but Boozer had all that drama, so he said, hey, maybe this isn't a good time to do it, which makes sense. But I feel like my account would be really beneficial to his point, right? Because you have it, not only is it completely free to play, but it also has a lot of, yeah, I love Boozer too. But it has a lot of really, like, interesting pulls that you could talk about, right? Like me getting Odin is pretty badass, right? For a free-to-play. And yes, there's a lot of luck involved there, but that's the game, right? And I feel like you have better luck when you're free-to-play in regards to tournaments and stuff some of the time. Because it tries to pair you up with people around your level and stuff, right? What is up, Christopher? How you doing? No, I know it's not free to play, but I mean, I guess, yeah, my free to play is a lower account level, but not by much. Like, you wouldn't think this account's like 70 or something. You wouldn't think. That only helps early on when you are low level. Once you get to high level, you're screwed. Hydra's doing okay so far. I don't... What level am I? Hang on. I can look. Let me... You gotta give me a second and I can look up what level my account is. Actually, here. It's 73. Thank you. 91 to 100 is the bracket that will F you over and over and over. Will you sell your account? No, I would never do that. First of all, just straight up, that is a violation of Plarium's terms and conditions. I mean, that's reason enough for me to not sell it. No, I would never do that. If there was a situation like that, I might do a giveaway, but I would never sell something. That's just not who I am. Is this the changed Hydra? No, Hydra changes are next week, I think. Because you cannot make profit off their game like that, yeah. I mean, that's a common terms and conditions for tomorrow it changes, yeah. What did I say? I meant next week as in next rotation. Sorry. I get where the confusion there is. I'm so close to Mithrala. I think you'll still get her. You know, look. So I talked about this earlier. I know a lot of you just showed up, but I like in the first 10 minutes I was talking about this. I woke up this morning and I spent like 30, maybe 40 minutes typing out a reply to a comment of somebody that like really doesn't agree with me that these changes won't be as bad for lower players. I even posted the comment and then I went back and I deleted it because I was just like, you know, it doesn't make... this person's mind is made up. I don't think there's anything... Oh, I didn't see the... Well, I was eating anyway, so it didn't matter, but I didn't realize that Provoke Head had shown up. But yeah, I don't think, you know, that you're not going to change people's mind in that decision. But I truly think that this is not going to impact you from getting Mithrala. Your overall scores will be lower, like, that's obvious, but I think the thing that frustrates me the most is that, like, nobody cared about high scores. Not nobody, but a small portion of the community cared about high scores. Set off my audio. I have to figure out a way to test this because I don't know if it's the headphones or what. Alright, let me catch up on chat, sorry. My max on normal is 21.98 million, so I think I'll be fine. Is next CBC PR or no? Yes, it should be. I care about high scores. Vodka, I knew you were going to say that the moment I opened my mouth. As long as my team isn't nerfed into the floor, I'm happy, or else I'm committing a totally non-criminal act of tax fraud. I always push for the highest possible. Vodka, you and me are the exact opposite. When I got Mithrala, I don't play Hydra every week. I don't play every week Hydra since. Artifacts are full every time. Yeah, I mean, I think the gear is really, really good, so I wouldn't... I don't agree that that's, like, maybe the best decision, but, I really need Godseeker to take a turn here. Damn. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed. All right. I'm just trying to do my runs and try to hit... I already hit 40 million, so I'm happy with that. We need to land the Provoke. We don't need to, but I need to make sure I don't forget it. I'm just going to keep hitting here. People will probably die soon, but... Alright, well now we have a no counterattack target, and I want him to blow up, though. Thank you. Okay. We can hit here now. Resisted? Get... Dude. That's the worst possible eat right there. Oh, dude, I might get so lucky here. The provoke. Whatever. I'll keep it. I don't care. We're not placing this week anyways. That head, it just respawned. Yeah, I always forget the names of the heads. I call it the provoke head. But yeah, we're not. You know what? We're kind of close. I think we've used all of our best keys. We still have red. No, yeah, red done his keys. Yeah. I'm not really worried about it. I do think I need to oh, that's good. Stage 5 or higher on Spirit. What difficulty are we? We're blue. Okay. Yeah, I'm 79 on this account. You said 73. I can't do much for Hydra due to a mostly lack of champs. You know, I hear arguments like that all the time, but I mean, like, let me show you my normal team. So this is kind of like a thrown together team here. I want you. Where's my provoke? I don't, you know, maybe I don't even bring him, to be honest. You are fine. Definitely Geo.
Shoot him, Kevin!
Hey, what's up, Carnage? I missed what that was. Thank you for the follow. Vodka will be happy to know that you're here. Bring in Taragi? No, I don't think Taragi would help me. I don't remember who I usually bring in on my second run. It might actually be Veno that I might have brought in the past, but oh yeah, the bird, the owl. I forgot. Yeah. It's weird AF seeing you with a mod sword vodka. We can always use a foul-mouthed Aussie. I don't know. I assume such. Oh, yeah, I want the block buffs. So I'm not bringing Provoke, Christopher, because, A, that head doesn't start the fight, and B, the only Provoke that I have is unbooked, and their cooldown is too long to really make a difference in the fight. This is like my B team. This is like my scraps, basically, like extra champions that I'm just using to get a team out there. Like, I don't even have Hex on this team. So this is a desperate attempt to just say, screw it. No, that's the opposite. It's not that. There is some planning to this, right? I have Sun Wukong for block buffs, which is an essential buff. I don't possess another cleanser on the account, but instead of bringing another cleanser, I bring a reviver, basically. So it's like, if things get into too dicey, I just revive everybody with well, I have 2 revivers, actually. But, like, I'm still bringing decreased attack. I'm bringing block buffs. In this particular case, I'm not bringing provoke because it's highly unlikely. Well, not highly unlikely, but that head will eventually show up. But this is a team that's not meant to, like, go all the way. But if I had a better provoker, I would bring it. Let me put it that way. I just don't have a booked provoker right now that's able to keep the provoke up the whole time. So I'm just bringing the best that I could potentially put on the board right now. And we're going to get a lot of damage out of Geo and Sun Wukong. And the Owl. The Owl can really be impactful here, too. Yeah, fair. It just lacks a majority of needed things, but I can assume this is normal Hydra? Yes. Man, I just realized that we won't be able to do this next time. Like, this will still work. Like, So 3 heads are dead right now, right? You can see my damage. I'm not killing any of these heads. You are misunderstanding. You are drastically misunderstanding what the changes are if you think you cannot hit the dead heads for as much. You can hit the dead heads for as much. You'll still do the same amount of damage to dead heads. It's when they come back to life that they have the protected buff. And that buff that they have is only for 1 turn. And yes, they are completely immune. Yeah, no, you can still do damage to dead heads. This is why I get so mad about people in my comments on my videos that are like, everything's changing, they ruined it, and it's like, it's entirely possible that you didn't read closely enough and you don't understand the changes. Because, like, I don't really see, like, I'm not killing any of these heads, right? Yes, Vodka, we know you, but you are your teams are why they made the changes, okay? Like, I don't feel sorry for you. It's the lower level players, the free to play players like this account, right? Yeah, they're gonna bitch for the sake of bitching. I agree, but it's the free to play players like this account who everyone is like, they're not gonna, you know, their teams are ruined. They're quitting the game, and it's the quitting the game that made me. They do have a bit. No, they don't easily die, Mike. I'm gonna say Mike Tuca. They don't easily die. They don't. They have double the HP of a living head. I will tell you right now, like, if we're looking at this team, and yeah, this is like a random team. Like, that triple hitter A1 was that percentage of their bar. Now double their bar, right? Like, take 2 of these bars together. And this is also the weakest HP head. I do not believe for a second that my teams that I run are going to be able to actually destroy the Deadhead's HP bar. I think that is a precaution against players like Vodka, who are so, and maybe Carnage even, who are so stacked that they can do that kind of damage to a dead head. Those are the players that changes for, but the people that are complaining the loudest, and especially in my comment section, are the free-to-play players and the newer players who think it's going to hit them so much harder. We were never doing double the HP of a dead head free-to-play or low level. Like, that wasn't happening. And then let's analyze this a little bit, right? So he has the buff. So this buff right here, guys, this is this is 75% damage reduction as it is right now. What they're doing is changing this to 100% damage reduction, okay? I am going to continue to do the fight as I would normally do the fight. In a normal fight like this, I would not target this head. I wouldn't avoid it, like AoE hits are fine, but let's see how much damage I do to it. Okay? Because I did this yesterday on stream too. I'm playing it completely normally. I'm targeting the dead head here. Okay. Do I want strength in here? Sure. Well, doesn't matter. All right, so he took a turn. This is how much damage I lost, guys. This is what I'm talking about. So tomorrow, when the changes go live, I won't do that much damage to that head. Is that breaking my run? You know what I mean? Wasn't it made primarily to stop one team from outdamaging an entire clan? Yes, that is the primary reason for it, but they had to also consider the fact that raid community is insane, and they have this habit of putting in, finding new ways to do damage, and I think that's why they put in the changes that they did. Normal and Hydra, you're going to want 230 to 250 accuracy. Who's blowing stuff out of proportion? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is the reality that people are freaked out about. Is that the 100% damage reduction is somehow this amount of damage is going to really ruin it. Now, I have heard one argument that I really felt was valid, and that was a clan leader who was using a Trunda team to single-handedly beat... Maybe it wasn't Trunda, but he was single-handedly beating Brutal for his whole clan so they could get double chest. That makes sense because he needed all 1,500 turns to do the damage he needed to do. So that makes sense that going down from 1,500 to 1,000 is going to impact him. The only argument that I would make against that is your clan will get better, and eventually, because I had to do Nightmare forever without anybody ever killing it, and then eventually I stopped doing Nightmare and did Brutal so that we could kill Brutal as a clan, and then we all caught up, and now we kill Nightmare like every couple weeks. We're not 100% on killing Nightmare. Yeah, I do the bare minimum for Hydra. The second I get over 6.6, I put it into auto and say, all right, boys, go at it. Yeah. Raid community smarter than who made the game? Absolutely. Yeah, no, I used to do the same thing, Chris, back in the day. It's like, I hit my minimum, I got my fragments, do whatever else you can do, right? But Clash changed that, of course. And, yeah, I just think that people are... They're not looking at the big picture. And I've seen some argument, like the comment, so I got into it with a guy in the comments, and then I deleted the comment because I was like, it's not worth it. But their argument was that the lower players in his clan, their points are going to go down. Why do we care? Like, I don't understand the argument. I had this analogy, and for a lot of you, this may not make sense if you don't watch American football. But, or let me do this. No, that's not going to make sense. If in American football, if you score a touchdown, it's worth 6 points, right? If all of a sudden they said, hey, touchdowns are now worth 4 points, that's like one team being like, we're never going to score enough points to beat all the other people now. It's like, it's 4 points for everybody. What are you talking? Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand where people are coming from sometimes. Do you think some people take Raid as a whole way too seriously, or just games in general? No. I don't think people take Raid too seriously. I think they take it just seriously enough. If you have a passion, you should be able to take that as serious as you want to, in my opinion. You know? I think whatever your passion is, embrace it, enjoy it, love it. Who cares what other people think? Right? When I first started playing Raid, I didn't want people to know. And like, before I started making content, I didn't really talk about the fact that I played Raid Shadow Legends because it was a mobile game, right? And then I was afraid that people would, you know, make fun of me and stuff. But I love this game, and it's not for everybody, but I'm passionate about it. I'm one of those people that takes it too seriously. There are heaps that take it way too seriously. How, in what regard? I'm just curious. What like an example that you would say? Like how I take my love for Krisk and clay art? Sure. Oh. That is pretty intense. I will, like, but I don't think intense is bad. That's just me. That's just me. I mean, they get frustrated and get very angry over the smallest flaw in a run, or just start getting upset at a lack of good pulls and such. I mean, yeah, it's a frustrating game. That was you once? I think that, yeah, okay. I will say, now that you mention that, so let me read the whole comment here for Twitch. I mean, they get frustrated and get very angry over the smallest flaw in a run, and or just start getting upset at a lack of good pulls and such. I would say that people that get upset to that degree, like rage, like really high levels of rage, I don't think it's the game as much as maybe there's something going on underneath that perhaps should be checked out, right? Like, I've gone to mental health stuff. I've gotten a lot of my anger under control, you know. I find different ways to safely deal with it. So I think, you know, in those scenarios, it might be deeper than Raid Shadow Legends. Actually, here's a good question. What mythological beast or being from folklore would you want to become? I'd want to become a Hydra. That'd be boss. Never expect anything for good and you won't be disappointed. Yeah. What would mythological... I'm thinking. I'm honestly thinking about the characters in Age of Mythology and which one I would want to be. I'd want to be like a Colossus. Those are cool in that game. But yeah. I don't think the changes are going to be that bad. And, like, I have a free-to-play account that, you know, would suffer if they were that bad. But I just don't see it. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. And you know what? Tomorrow, when I'm wrong, I'll make a video. I'll own up to it. I'll say I was wrong. You'll see the big title of the video. Hey, I was wrong. You guys were right. So see, in this scenario that just happened, by the way, one of those heads would not have the buff. That's how it's going to work tomorrow, right? So 2 heads spawned at the same time. One of them will not have the buff. that they currently have. And remember, this is like a ragtag random team. I don't even have a provoker. My clan boss teams, I hope, will stay the same, but I may have to buff and tweak them accordingly. I'm probably going to try and put Jintoro into my clan boss team on my main account. I've had him for a little bit and haven't built him. So I want to get him built. I may need the extra damage that he brings over Rathalos. Yeah, they're limiting the shield cap, and from what I saw on the test server stuff, Wixwell teams may be jeopardized. They're not going to go 1,500 turns anymore. No, so this is why, yeah, so Christopher, they specifically said in the video, if 2 heads spawn at the same time, only one of them gets the buff. If all 4 heads would have spawned with the buff, I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 of them will not have it. I think they said this in a FAQ. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, good. I did get enough. Oh, Phantom Shoguns. I can do that. All right. News. There it is. FAQ balance update. Here we go. Yeah, I found it. Okay. So, if 2 new Hydra heads appear at once, only one receives the Serpent Will buff. But what if I manage to kill more heads at the same time? If you cut down 3 exposed necks at a time, 2 of the 3 new heads will have the Serpent's Will buffs. If you dispose of 4 necks all at once, still only 2 of the new heads will have the Serpent's Will buffs. If you kill exposed necks one by one, this rule doesn't apply, and they might all end up with the Serpent's Will buffs. However, we expect that facing all the 4 heads at once with the buffs will be a rare occasion. And I agree with that. Because even if you kill all of the heads at once, or at this, the only way that would happen is if you actually managed to wipe all 4 heads at the exact same time, rather than if you killed 2 and then killed the other 2, if that makes sense. Am I saying Jintoro? I might be misspeaking. Who am I talking about? I might have the wrong. No, I'm talking about Jintoro. That is who I'm talking about. I'll test it, but my Rathalos doesn't. He's not a crazy smacker on this account. You can see he's not in very good gear, though, which is probably a factor. So, my current Wixwell team... on the main account, I just recently built this team, kind of ragtag. You can see it does less than my free-to-play does, which is why I'm getting a little nervous about it. But I use Ninja and Rathalos on it. I don't remember what my gear on Ninja is. Yeah, so Ninja's in lethal. Pretty decent gear. I think this was not the original Rathalos gear. I think my Rathalos might be dying in my runs towards the end of it on certain affinities. I don't want to waste the gems right now, and I don't think I have another key to test with, but I am a little underwhelmed by the amount of Rathalos the amount of damage Rathalos is doing relative to Ninja. And Jintoro would bring Weaken, which I don't have in the current iteration of my team. It could be my builds, though. I will completely own up to the fact that I don't think I have Rathalos built as well. Why don't we do that? We could test. We could play around with that a little bit. Try and rebuild Rathalos after this. I am going to pull my... I promised you guys pulling the prisms. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let me also show you one thing, too. I feel like one of these guys uses Jintoro in their team. Yeah. I'd love to see what his Jintoro does here. Out of curiosity, but I've never used Jintoro. It's just something that I know that when it comes to normal, or when it comes to clan boss damage, Jintoro has been the king for a long time, other than Geo. I could also just throw Geo in the team, to be completely honest, and then I'd be fine, because Geo is going to do more damage, I think, than any of them, so I should just do that, I guess. Oh, yeah, we should... Damn. I plan on pairing Rathalos and Skrank together in a Hydra team. Just need to tweak and change some things about. I think I'm going to stop spending in RSL. As of lately, my urges to spend need to be chilled. I plan on saving up for a proper gaming PC, getting all the parts and such. Yeah, absolutely. I stopped spending... Well, so I stopped spending over the summer. And now I'm kind of a light spender, but I used to only spend on sacred shards, really, and now I don't need sacreds or ancients, or I don't need regular champions anymore. I really just need voids and mythicals is what I'm looking for on my main account. So I've kind of just moved on. And so, again, that's the amount of damage that I don't get to do in the new mode, or in the new Hydra. Now, that does add up over time. Like, I'd say it's probably about the damage of one Hydra head, but... Yeah, after you get a Nightmare and an Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team, you can kind of stop spending, because you have the hardest to get materials in the palm of your hand. Let me think about that a little bit. I wouldn't say that you... I mean... You can never spend. I mean, like, my free-to-play is a year old, and I've done pretty much any content that most would really care about. That you know, there's certain content that's not very accessible. Like, Centranos is going to be really hard for a free-to-play player, right? But I do think that if there was... stuff I think I get your point, right? Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss makes the game a lot easier once you have it on farm. I do completely agree with that. was really hoping to get lucky there. This is a real problem for me without... again, this is a problem of not having Hex. I'm going to use AoE hits here because I really need to try and get some damage on that head while I can. That's not good. That's pretty bad. All right. And even though I don't think the change is going to be impactful, like I was saying, and showing you like the HP bars, right? I still think they should have just changed it to an unkillable. Instead of a block damage, they should have made it that you can't kill the head. The whole point of them doing it is that you can't one-shot the head, and you have to do mechanics. And I think that if you just made it unkillable instead of block damage, you still get the intended result, which is that they do mechanics, at least for one turn, without hurting a lot of other players and hurting that little bit of extra damage gain. I think that would have been a better decision. But I thought that months ago when people were making videos about Trunda needing to be nerfed and everything. I was like, what if they did this? I even put that in a comment on a video, but nobody replied to it. That was a big hit. I'm going to put Strength in out because I'm a little low. I know it's going to get stolen, but I think I'm okay with that. And I'm just about to steal it back anyways with Wukong, so... See, now this head is out, and that's going to be a problem for me, because now I cannot provoke that head. I also think we're going to get a lot more content around Hydra coming out now. Because people are going to need help building teams that aren't Wixwell and Trunda. I hate making Hydra videos, though. Like, I love making them. But every time I make a Hydra video, the whole time I'm making it, I just hear... I'm imagining Vodka's comment as I'm making it. Nope, that's wrong. Hey, you said this thing. It's not true. Rarely? I'm not complaining. I like that you keep me honest. and fill me in when I'm mistaken. But rarely? Well, the issue is Hydra is extremely broad but hard to perfect. Champions-wise, it's sort of simple. But stats-wise, it's like, holy, 500 resistance for Brutal and above Hydra? Should have hit here. Kinda, Chris. Spending just shifts to get the mythicals, yeah. Oh, Poison Cloud's fine. I don't care about Poison Cloud. This is why I love Wu. Oh, well, okay. Now it's a little problem, but I was gonna say because Wukong can place his stuff through, which I think is really cool. We're gonna take a lot of hits here, so I'm gonna put Strengthen out. Now we need a burn. I'm gonna put burn. Ooh, yeah, the fears are getting to me pretty good. I'll try to hit here and yeah, get redirected. That's fine. I would argue, outside of a Mischief tank, that you're not really needing that high of resistance. And then when it comes to the other requirements in the game, like accuracy and things like that, you're bringing your increase accuracy champions. You're bringing your ways to mitigate it. Like, I don't run Mischief tanks. I've tried and I'm not good at it. What I usually do is just bring block buffs and don't care, right? So as long as I keep block buffs on this head, he can't steal anything of importance. And like, I control my debuffs. It burns me sometimes, especially with Wixwell because of his counterattack all the time. His counterattack in particular will burn me a lot. But usually, as long as I'm able to keep block buffs up, even when that head steals, they don't keep the stuff they steal. And that's worked out fine for me. I know that it's not like a grade A #1 strategy or anything, but it works for me, and, you know, I'm of the mind if it ain't broke. I would say, so you think Wrathhead is the biggest pain? I would say that Mischief is the biggest pain. Just out of pure inconvenience. Toxic Ninja says, I started a free-to-play account about a week ago, and the novice tournament is bugged out. It won't go away, so can't see any tournament. So frustrating. As anyone had this issue before? Yeah, it takes about a week. It sucks. It's not a bug as much as it is a very badly implemented feature. Skaramis was my first Mischief tank. Brings Provoke and a decreased buff duration to boot. Interesting. I'm probably going to need a Mischief tank now that I have to, like, do mechanics more. My problem is I never really have a way of keeping those buffs on the intended target. Like, I'll build, like, I have a Mithrala on my main team, but she's never the mischief tank because her buffs are either gone or she has the same buffs as everyone else. I try to give her an extra one by giving her intercept, but that's never enough for my, and unfortunately it's never enough for me. You deleted the account now? I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I had the same thing happen on my Ninja account when I started that one. There were certain tournaments I was excited to participate in, and then I only got into, like, the back half of them. You pulled Sir Nick. Oh, wait, are you doing the cheese thing? I've heard some, maybe it was you. Was it you that talked about it yesterday, or was it somebody else? It was you, Josh? Yeah, apparently there's like a cheese thing going around off of a promo code that gives you a bunch of like dupe legendaries or something. Yeah, you start with 10 Legos. Oh, I'm sure they stopped that. Yeah, they're not going to let that go. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't ban people that took advantage of it, to be honest. That's one of those types of bugs that, like, when you see it happen, you're like, you know, I don't think I'm going to participate in this. I'm not going to look it up. Oh, so it was like a deliberate thing. That makes it even worse. Plarium doesn't mess around with that kind of stuff. You gotta be real careful when you do things like that. I would not be caught doing something like that. That to me is like the equivalent of that bank hack, you know, the one that went viral on TikTok a few months, was it months or weeks ago? Yeah, exactly. Probably a good idea to delete the account. $227K is insane. Was that what a Wukong hit? That's savage for you, man. Oh, he can hit harder than that with a Z2. Wait till you see him hit a dead head with it. I think I hit 800K earlier. The only thing about free-to-play accounts is having no energy and clicking refresh on Arena for 8 hours. No energy I can understand. I don't get the clicking refresh on Arena. Is that like you just have to keep refreshing to try and get up to gold? Because you're bored and you have no idea what to do. I have found that when I play early game, like my first day of a brand new account, I am very active. And I usually get more than enough energy. It usually takes me, granted, I sleep, you know, like, and I play other accounts and I'm not playing it 24/7, but, I tend to have enough energy left over that, I also try not to farm, like if I started a new account tonight, I would get high enough, but I probably wouldn't run something overnight. Like, I wouldn't run, like, a low-level dragon overnight like I normally do. I would wait until I got set up to run that kind of stuff. I'm actually really sorry, guys, that this Hydra is taking a lot longer than I thought. This team wasn't supposed to do this well. I really wanted to, I'm still going to pull those Prism Shards. I was just like, we'll do a quick Hydra. I see 670k right there. We'll do a quick Hydra, and then we can move on. And then it's like, no, you won't. Alright. That's really good timing for me to get that out. I'm probably just going to let this head heal. "44 minutes later," exactly. 1 eternity later. Sure. I think I want to hit here anyways, because I really want to get this head off the board. Currently farming some more food for Mithrala, who's incoming. About 1.2 weeks or so, if I get lucky with the fragments. Yeah. No, he's gonna cleanse. I'm gonna take a couple of hits, though, in between. So, yeah, let's do this. I really want that head to be dead. Oh, we'll trigger this, too. That'll really kill him. Boom. Big damage. As long as you have decreased attack on it, at the higher levels, you're fine. But also, I mean, you saw how low I am on this team. If you have revivers or you have shields, you can be a lot riskier when it comes to playing. When it comes to the Head of Wrath. Actually, did you guys notice that I used the Head of Wrath as an offensive weapon? I don't know if you guys caught that there. Because of Geomancer's ability, his passive. Alright, let's see if I can get it to happen again, and I'll show you. Yeah, so with Geomancer's passive, I will trigger the head, or I'll put my burn on a head that I really want to die, and then trigger the Head of Wrath, and I get a lot of damage on that head. Which is that's how I just killed the Provoke head, which is I can't tell you the name of it. I was going to say, which is known as Exposed Neck. That's a weird name for a Hydra head. But this is why speed is so essential, because I'm just getting so many turns. Would I say Wukong is the best promo code? Absolutely. I get that Deacon is really good, and I love Deacon myself, like, no doubt about that. I have had my own internal thoughts related to that. At the end of the day, what you're getting in Wukong that early in the game is so good. There are other decreased defense champions. There are other ally protect. There's a lot in this game now of ally protect champions and the like. So I really think that, and I know there's a lot of nukers, but I don't know that there's a lot of nukers that are also buff strippers, also brings block buffs, also has built-in ignoring defense in their in one of their abilities, and has animations as fast as Wukong's. Aw, he resisted the HP burn. That bites. This might be the end of the run here. That I don't know off the top of my head. I can look. No, you would still need accuracy, but I mean, you're already building in with accuracy anyways. Oh, plus the self-revive. So when you're talking early game, right? Revivers are a lot harder to come by. So to have a champion that can self-revive, you could cheese that. In fact, I do. Like, I use a Wukong in my Lady Annabelle team for the Bommel. Yeah, there we go. Not a bad run. I'm kind of glad that it's over there. In fact, you're about to see it, right? Like, we just got a free extra hit on this boss. And I think the biggest thing that people sleep on when it comes to Wukong is he comes back with full turn meter. The number of times I just get a free extra turn and I steal a PvP win is way more than it should be. I'll put it that way. Sure. Well, that's not too bad. What's that? 80, 90 million? That's not too bad. I know I can do...
Shoot him, Kevin!
Shoot him, Kevin. Fox Mode. Thank you for the follow. Good morning to you as well. You, Fox Mode, are just in time. I'm about to pull some Prism Shards. Where? That's the free-to-play. Alright, we're going to pull... Do I want to record this? I probably should. It would be a very short video, but it would be a good video if I hit. Alright, we'll record it. I'm going to do a little bit of an intro, guys, and then we'll pull the Prism Shards here, okay? Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We are about to pull some Prism Shards. So I am streaming this. I told you guys that I would be streaming it tonight. So far, I have managed to complete on the main account Sand Devil, and you saw me earlier complete the tournament for the Soul Chase. So we've gotten the rewards in both of those tournaments, so we'll pull both of those prisms, and then I'll pull the one that over on the free-to-play. I haven't finished Sand Devil on the free-to-play just yet. I do have some energy ready to go, and then Clan Shop reset, no energy, okay. Ooh, but a legendary book. I gotta do some quests. So, no, I'm not worried about waiting for Champ Chase. Mostly because I would just rather make the content. And I'm super just impatient. So it's probably better for me to wait for Champ Chase, but I'll wait for Champ. Here's what I'll do. Since I don't have them already on the free to play, I'll pull the ones on the main account, and then we'll do the Champ Chase ones on the free to play, because the free to play could use those resources more. The thing about the main account is I don't know that I'm even going to participate in that Champ Chase, period. So unless there's like a really good incentive for me to pull shards. I don't even know. What's it supposed to be upcoming? Sacreds? Voids? I don't know. But anyways, the main thing is I promised you guys I would pull these on camera. I don't want to go back on that promise. So let's go ahead. Nekmothar would probably be my most wanted out of this group, to be completely honest. I have everyone in this group except for Mighty Uko and Nekmothar. So if well, and on this account, I would really, really like Odin. I would really like Odin. So anyways, without any further ado, let's go ahead and pull these Prism Shards. Here we go. Alright, an epic. Probably going to be another epic here, but we can hope, right? Maybe we get lucky. You never know. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. That's going to be another bonus to my... this isn't going to come out. So I'll just stop recording. I'm not going to release that. It's fine. It shouldn't be Ancients. We just did Ancients, didn't we? Am I wrong about that? I feel like if we were coming close to an Ancient pull, I'd have a lot more saved up. But I could be wrong. Let's take a look. Let's go to Ayumi Love. What was our last one? Yeah, Ancients were September 20th. So Ancients, and then on... What did we just do? Didn't we do... We would have done something on the 4th. What was that? Voids? That's not updated. They missed something. Yeah, that video is already out, Fox Mode. You can watch that over on my YouTube. Also, for those of you that are watching over on Twitch, please consider subscribing to my YouTube. That is a great support for me. I'm currently pushing to try and hit 4,000 subscribers. I'm currently at 3,978. So any extra help there would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, we did the Voids with a 10x Odin. That's right. Yeah. So I don't even think I didn't pull my Voids because I was on the main. I'm waiting for a guaranteed. Have a good night, Christopher. So it'll be Sacreds. Yeah. It's definitely gonna be Sacreds, I think. Hang on. ASV. Okay. So Ancient, Sacred, Void. So yeah, it would be Ancients coming up. Sorry. We just did Voids, so Ancient would be coming up. I had to go look it up. ASV. I always forget it. So I think it's Ancients coming up. If it is Ancients, I'm definitely gonna pull on both accounts. Yeah, Ancients sounds about right with me having 60 on the free to play. The reason I'm only at 60, I should have more, but I'm at 60 because I pulled all those Ancients to get Odin, which sounds counterintuitive. I didn't pull him from the shards. I pulled them to get epics for the champion chase to win Odin. Thanks for tuning in, Fox Mode. I appreciate it. So yeah, if it's Ancients, I'll be pulling. All right, well, why don't we look at my Rathalos and see? So, Vodka, are you still around? On my main account. I mean, does he not have... Yeah, no. I know this is not his usual gear. I think this got thrown onto him as extra. Because I stripped him of his gear. I remember that. I stripped him for somebody else. Oh no, that's what it was. Okay, so this is what happened. I used Rathalos to beat Amius on this account. On hard. So I beat Amius with this team. And I put my best gear on Rathalos. I put my Rhodos's gear on Rathalos, but then I ran Clan Boss with him naked. And then I was like, oh, I don't remember what gear he was originally in, so I had to put it back on him. Also, let me check my... Do I have better? No. But I can still empower him twice. Oh, that'll max him out too. Let's do that. Venomage is really good against Amius, so it's a good... Okay, not that one, not that one. Oh wait, no, yep, it is these ones. Yay! Well, so I feel like I made Carnage leave when I said that I wanted to go Jintoro over Rathalos. I've seen a lot of videos talking about Jintoro being a clan boss damage god. And I've run Rathalos on my free to plays. Like multiple free to plays. And I've felt that his damage was lacking a little bit. And I do like the decreased defense and weaken. But a lot of videos I've seen talk about Jintoro being really, really good for clan boss damage. But maybe we just need to rebuild my Rathalos, you know? We can do a little bit with my team, too. I use Jintoro in my Demythic comp. I do about 140 million damage. Your team does 140 damage, or your Jintoro alone? I'm assuming your team. Also, I need to look at Ninja, too. Alright. Can you guys tell me if I'm right about this? He might need more accuracy. If Ninja's using Hailburn, right? And it's a 3-turn burn, and he activates it, it still leaves 2 burns on the boss, right? 230 accuracy? Okay, I'm good then. So that means every time Rathalos is hitting, the boss is under a burn. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like detonating this burn, and Rathalos was hitting a naked clan boss. Merciless might be a little too risky. I mean, I could just use Geomancer, and that's probably the answer. Use Geomancer and Ninja. In fact, I'm probably going to need to use Geomancer anyways, because um, of the damage reduction. Oh, but no, Geo and Ninja doesn't work because the burn won't be Geo's burn. So I might have to go Geo and Rathalos instead. Yeah. That might just be what if tomorrow I find out that my clan boss team is not doing very well, I'll just replace Ninja with Geo. Because Geo and Rathalos we know will be good. And that damage reduction will get me extra turns as well. I did think about trying to make a team work with my Lady Mikage, but she's just too fast. And I don't know that I can catch up to her speed with the rest of my team and still have the damage output. I theoretically could... Nope, yeah, there's no increased crit rate, so... Although I'm bringing crit rate from what's-his-face, so I could... Because I would keep Anchorite in the team, I think. But Anchorite's not in a shield set, so it would make sense for me to just take Anchorite out. Oh yeah, no. Wixwell's still going to be good in Hydra for provoking. He's a great provoker. I agree, 100%. This is my main account. I'm worried that my Wixwell team is going to fail tomorrow on the main account. I think the free-to-play will be fine because it does over 200. They're talking about potentially a 60% damage reduction with the new changes to shields. And but this is not me saying it. This is the one video that I watched on the test server. I did see how Hades still managed to do 1,500 turns with a Lady Mikage comp. I don't know necessarily how that happened, but he showed it at the very beginning of the video. I think that was on the test server. I could have been wrong. Either way, to answer my concerns, if this goes down 60%, I'm still over 70 mil. So I'm fine with that. This one's got me a little nervous. So, but I think this run, I didn't have any gear on Rathalos. Corvus made it happen. No, he's like, yeah. Bannerlord? Nope, there he was. I guess I don't understand what Corvus particularly brings that would make that work so long. Unless it's a decreased attack. But I think all my teams have decreased attack. Because Wixwell has it. Not that I saw. Oh, sorry. You're right. You're right. You're right. Decreases damage. Enemies under poisons debuffed inflict 5% per poison, stacks up to 25%. You are correct. I stand corrected. Nope, you were right. You were right. I'm sorry, Ninja. So 25% damage reduction is your goal. I get 15 out of Geo. I could just do Geo and Venomage and then have an Infinity team still. I'm gonna have to test that. I know these don't stack exactly right? Like they're not exactly 15% stack and 15% stack, but theoretically. It's a 3-turn on a 3-turn cooldown. Theoretically, I'd get enough damage reduction, right? Maybe I should test that on the free-to-play. I don't get enough buffs, though, if I do that. So on the free-to-play team for Clan Boss, I have Wixwell, Anchorite, and Godseeker as my third extender, but Godseeker doesn't bring any buffs as an extender, which sucks. So I bring Ursula as a strengthened and an extender, which makes my team last a pretty good bit over here. I might need to put masteries on Anchorite to make it work. I don't think Anchorite is fully mastered. Yeah. So I might need War Master if I'm low on damage. I have that flexibility. I've seen that be... No, I think Boozer suggested 6, but he's underbuilding his teams to keep them realistic. I have, on this team, I have damage reduction from Geo. I have crit rate, crit damage. From Anchorite. I think that's what he brings. Yeah. Crit rate, crit damage from Anchorite. Ursula brings decreased defense and, well, Wixwell brings decreased defense. So Ursula brings strengthen and increased attack. Wixwell brings increased defense and the shield itself that gets extended. So Godseeker doesn't bring anything, but eventually I can replace Godseeker. I don't think I have anybody on the count. I do have a Sandlashed now, but I don't think they're worth... Like, they could get me a few extra turns, but that's not until the end of the fight. Unless I completely delay by 1 turn. And we take a hit at the beginning of the fight, and somebody drops down below 50. Which is possible, because you want to have somebody with low HP, high defense. Alright. What's going on in Siege? My free-to-play has been one of the best defenses on my team. My free-to-play got 5 defenses. I'm just like, what? They won't even fight my main account teams, though. So they're having trouble with Denny's team. No, yeah, they can't. They haven't beaten Denny's team. I think they'll beat that team when they decide to do it. I feel like this team might be a little sneaky good. Ninja, have you seen my comp on my main account? This is my main Skinwalker account or comp for my main account. I'm blocking it. There we go. Bolint is amazing. Here, we'll do some arena. I'll show you guys Bolint. I love this guy. It's an easy... Oh, wrong account. We will do that fight because it's an easy win. We'll go over to the main account. I think you're going to get sick of seeing these comps pretty soon. I'm hesitant to say it because I feel like it's going to be too hot of a take, but I think he's better than Armand's. Unbooked, by the way. He has an unbooked 100% stun twice. I just want to show it. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 100% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Each hit, if you weak hit on the first hit, you can still land it on the second hit. Armand's doesn't even have that. Armand's can lose to weak hits. Oh, and then by the way, this skill ignores 50% of the target's resistance if you've got 3 faction allies. My only weakness on my Bolint is that he's not fast enough. If he goes first, I pretty much win. And he hits. I've heard people building him as a damage dealer too, which I think is even crazier. I did get masteries on him, but what mastery are you talking about? I'm trying to find him. Give me a second. Where is your ugly face? There it is. Are you thinking of Fearsome Presence? Yeah. 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 No, I went with oh, so also his A1 has a chance of granting him an extra turn, and it's a heal. This is a decreased defense, and it's a double hitter, and he has a for whenever any ally hits, there's a 10% chance of placing a stun. So he can actually stun off the A2 as well on a 10%. And then he fills his turn meter by 15%. Yeah, if you're wondering why he gets an extra turn, I don't know if you guys caught that there, but he gets an extra turn on these fights, just like Armand's does. But that's because he gains turn meter when he places the stun. So see, he gets to go again. Is that Rocco Valtide's something? Or did he just not get stunned? Oh, that was Lady Mikage. That's what that was. So Lady Mikage is a good counter to him because of her passive. At the start of the champion's turn, removes all debuffs from the ally with the highest attack. So even though I go first and I stun her, she still cleanses the stun off of the rabbit there, and that's why the rabbit was able to interject and take a turn. And that rabbit is built to smack. That is a hard-hitting rabbit. And, like, we don't even have to worry about Tormund because we don't gain turn meter from it. Well, no, he does gain turn meter from it. Sorry. I know this is just classic arena, so this isn't exactly like the most dominant look for him. That sucks. Yeah, if I lose the speed battle, I lose. Did that Arbiter not even go first? No, she did. Okay, I just didn't see her go. And he gives a speed aura and an accuracy aura, which is why I'm using it. But his speed aura is slightly slower than Wukong's. What's up, Mikolaj? Yeah, I'm cooked on this one. I really just... The only thing I can hope for... I can still do this. Is that Wukong gets to go here with the A3. I'm going to try to get a stun on Taras here. I got it. Off the A1. And I got it on both of them off the A1. And I got it on the A1 there. So now I get to do this with Nishak. And that should be all she wrote. This should... Yeah. Wow, that is a beefy Taras. But my stun's back up. So... Probably like a worst case scenario for me. If you're wondering why I don't have Nishak in Stone Skin, like you said, it's mostly so I can hit the requirements that I need. I need such high accuracy to be able to place what I need to place. Maybe if I eventually get better rolls on stuff. But I need like high accuracy and high attack. And I don't think I'd like him to be around 7,000 attack. So I feel like I'm a little low on attack, but my accuracy is high enough especially with the accuracy buff that I get from Bolent. So his 50% ignore is only for himself. He doesn't give that to Nishak, unfortunately. So I just need to make sure, like, that's why Nishak's not in Stone Skin. If I could put him in Stone Skin, I would, but if this team works as intended, Nishak should never get hit anyways. So I don't think it's worth it to sacrifice accuracy to put him in Stone Skin. I can upgrade this now. Wait, I feel like I've been farming that way more. That I should be able to go higher than level 5. So I want, not rework, whoops, because I want this to land either attack or accuracy. Am I okay with attack? Yeah, Loriaka will. Loriaka will. But I can't actually build her faster than Bolent right now. I guess I don't need her to be faster than Bolent, right? Correct, Spider Manga. It can only land flat attack on the on banners. But who am I taking out?
Shoot him, Kevin!
Thank you for the follow, Spider Manga. I feel like if I do that, I'm taking out Basher. But I really like Basher in the team quite a bit. Let me take a look at Dune Lord Gregor. Is he the barbarian? Yeah. I'm gonna assume you don't have Armands. Toxic Ninja. So you want to use him with Armands. Allies ignore 50% of target's resistance when applying stun, sleep, fear, true fear, provoke, freeze, and petrification debuffs. So you're going to allow your Armands to ignore 50% of the target's resistance if you have Dune Lord Gregor. I also think that might let you do his A1 every time, by the way. But also giving an increased accuracy buff on all allies. Turn meter fill by 20%, and then an instant turn on the ally with the highest crit damage except this champion. So, who would be your Thor? If you did the Thor fusion, you've got Gregor, Armands, and Thor. And if you noticed, it said counterattacking can't resist instant effects. I don't know if this is considered an instant effect. Same thing with Armands. If this procs, if this is considered an instant effect. But if you had Valkyrie, I think that would be pretty good. But you could also have an unresistible freeze. Granted, you have to get the 50% chance proc there. But yeah, I think Gregor with Armands is really strong. The only thing is you don't really get benefit from his aura. You wouldn't want to use his aura. Yeah, I think, like, so this right here, when counterattacking, instant effects and debuffs placed by ally skills cannot be resisted or blocked. So, I don't know if that applies to Thor's A1 or not. I really don't. But if it does, that's really strong. That's what I would build. What about Jetney? Does she have a good... Oh, yeah. So, you know, if you had a Jetney, you could theoretically build her. No, you don't even... Yes, you could build him as a speed booster. Yeah, I guess that's what you do. He also decreases cooldowns, which is crazy too. But like Armands, you would still want Armands to go first. To place that stun. Like, you don't even need him to take a turn. I mean, I'm not telling you to build him slow, but if you do it like, if you think about it like this, Armands is going to land the stun because he's going to ignore resistance. Right? And then your Thor is going to do 25% more damage because the enemy will be stunned. Like, this is all a passive, right? So Armands into... You'd probably want, like, a stripper in there. Like, yes, you could use Valkyrie, but I think Valkyrie might be a little wasted. I mean, Armands would strip a little bit there. I don't know if there's any better buff strippers. No, that's a single target. Odin. If you had Odin, that would be sick. That would be really sick. That's why I'm saying a stripper. Yes, stone skin exists, but you have a 50% chance of removing that stone skin. Not great, but it's a chance, right? Furthermore, you would then sheep as well. So if any stone skin didn't get removed, you can polymorph the person that is stone skinned, and you will remove it. And then, so Odin is a stripper. That's why I'm saying Odin, right? Remove all buffs from enemies, 80%, and then he has a chance to stun on top of that. A little bit redundant with our Mons, but I still think it's good. But then, you could even not use our Mons. You could just do Gregor, Thor, Valkyrie, Odin, and just not use our Mons, and use our Mons in a different area. But you would miss Armanz's aura. You'd really want Armanz's aura for this to work, because you don't have any other good aura. Because Odin's aura is only for other rare voids. But yeah. All right, this team is interesting. And I think my favorite thing about the Bolent team and Nishak being used in it in particular is that I can beat Harimas with it. Can I kill him? Not with Harima out, so let's use the A3 here. Ah, the Harima came back out. I didn't think about that. Damn. His resistance is insane. But see, I wouldn't even prioritize a buff strip, though. Because I would still run 4 barbs. Dang. Because, like, this is an example of why I'm not worried about stone skin, right? I think I may have removed the stone skin off of the UDK there, but sure. Let's just knock out a bunch of arena. Yes, Nader, I do account takeovers, but I only do account takeovers if people are members of my YouTube channel. Becoming a member is not the same thing as subscribing. Becoming a member means you click that join button, and that is does have a charge associated with it. But then I will do an account takeover for people that become members. Here, I forgot I have this command. It's the same thing if you subscribe on Twitch. I would do a takeover there as well. My account takeover tonight canceled on me, which is why we're just kind of fooling around. So, like, see, I didn't steal the stone skin there. Now, see, me in particular, I have a bomb champion, so that's, I'm basically countering stone skin in that way, but... Oh, I stunned him. I don't know if you guys caught that. So when I do account takeovers, Nader, I don't um do full like builds and stuff, if that makes sense. Um the reason that I do takeovers is to help people kind of get better. So I won't do full builds. I won't rebuild your clan boss team or your Hydra team. This is a personal preference, not anything against people that want that. The reason I don't do it is because, yes, I'm also streaming on YouTube. I know, eventually I'm going to get my chat up here. I'm sorry about that, Spider Manga. Um, I am streaming on YouTube as well. That's my primary streaming area. I've recently started multi-streaming on Twitch as well, and I don't currently have a program that combines the chats yet. I do plan on getting something to work for that in the future, but I just haven't had time to Google it yet. Back to what I was saying, when I do takeovers, what I usually do is I try to give players the tools, right? For me personally, I like making teams that are fun. For example, this is my Bolent team. I made a video on it recently. No one's talking about this guy, or at least I haven't seen any content on this guy. And I think he's amazing. And so, yeah, you see I took half of the, I stripped half of the stone skins there. But it doesn't matter because I'm bringing bombs. So I'm going to do increased damage to the stone skins. But I wanted to pause it there so you could see. Yeah. But yeah, when I do account takeovers, my big thing is teaching players the right mechanics and the tools to get better at the game. I feel like, well, what I'll say too, Nader, is that when I pull shards, when I do shard pulls, like for example, we have a 2x coming up this weekend. When I do shard pulls, for every legendary that I get, I gift a membership in the chat. So there's a chance that you might get gifted a membership, and then I could do an account takeover for you at that time. Not immediately, but like, your membership lasts for a month, so within that month we can do a membership a takeover. But yeah, my biggest thing is trying to teach players the mechanics and the skills to get better. Because if I go in and I build you a clan boss team, or I build you a Hydra team, and I just pick your champions, say you have like 100 million silver saved up for me, and I build all the champions I want, and I set it up for auto, and I speed tune it, and I do everything, and all you have to do is click play. That may be something that you like, and that's totally fine. For me, I would probably stop playing the game because I have more fun. Like, part of the fun, like if somebody handed you a jigsaw puzzle and was like, solve this for me, and then they solved it in front of you and said, hey, good job, you solved that, the whole fun is doing the puzzle, right? And so, I it's just a personal thing. I know it's kind of weird, but that's how I feel about it. And that's why I don't charge like any crazy amounts, and that's why I offer the 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 gifted sub, the gifted memberships, and everything. Um, I made your life hell last 2 weeks. I'm sorry, Josh. I would say that even if you don't get a membership, our Discord is super helpful. Um, One of my moderators and most active Discord members, Cheap Vodka, is extremely willing to provide information and help people out. He's a big pillar of our community, despite the fact that I don't think he really wants to be. Yeah, it is a great name, Spider. All right, let's try and figure this out. I mean, we're not doing anything right now, and I still have a little bit of time on stream. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to use the one tool without using its services, and I don't want to use its services. What I'm doing is just a redirecting. Um, no, that's not what I want. I wish this program would effing work. Okay, let's see if this will work. All right, I might have a solution here. I know this is riveting stuff. This is so stupid, man. So they have this program that's designed to allow multi-chat. But it only allows me to see Twitch or YouTube, depending on which one I'm logged in as. You know what? I'll ask Blazin about it, because Blazin does it. Oh, he uses Streamlabs. Yeah. And I don't use that. Anyways, enough. We've wasted enough time. Okay, that's an idea. There we go. I'm gonna figure this out. Uh, I'm gonna have to figure it out another time. Very annoying. All right, now let me try to test this. Oh, it's there. It looks like shit. I don't know what that looks like for you guys, though, is the thing. I can make it bigger, which is probably what I'll need to do. Looks terrible. Oh, I didn't save it. That's why. Ah. Oh, it just increases the box size. All right. I made a lot of changes. This might look ugly. Oh, it's just not working now. And I don't even know if it brings up. Yeah, it's not even linked to my YouTube. This is a waste of time. Okay. All right. Well, I am going to have to figure all that stuff out on the back end. Because this is not working for me. We're just going to go ahead and we'll delete that. We'll just delete that. All right. Well, things have died down a little bit and it's getting kind of late. I'm sorry that the last half hour of stream was me just troubleshooting stuff on the channel. I'm going to call it here. Gonna get some stuff done in game off camera. No stream tomorrow. I'm taking Wednesdays off now. Just usually too much for me to stream on Wednesdays just because I have my daughter's jiu-jitsu and other things going on. And I like to watch other content creators on Wednesday as well. So I can pop into other people's channels, network a little bit, see what other people are up to, get some ideas for my own account. So thank you guys for watching. And I will see you all on Thursday. Hopefully I'll be able to reschedule my account takeover. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Oh, we should raid somebody, shouldn't we? Yeah. Hey, head on over to my Twitch. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Head on over to my Twitch, guys. We're gonna raid somebody. Let's see who we're gonna raid. We'll go ahead and do PJ. Because I'm probably going to hang out and watch PJ's stream anyways. So we can go ahead and raid PJ. All right, guys, have a good night. Enjoy.